What's up, friends? Smart Key, Smart Hayes, as usual. Listen, all right, so I want to talk to you a little bit about this idea of feeling lost and what to do when you feel lost. This journey of purpose is not like a one, two, three type of thing. And many of us are walking around saying, I don't know what my purpose is. And I just want to give you a few pointers on things that you can do between discovering what it is and living it out. Number one, I need you to know that all of life is working for you when your intention is set. When your intention is to be the best version of you. Now, you may find yourself having the worst experiences. That's very possible because as we're stumbling through this journey of purpose, things are going to happen. And even when you find purpose, things are going to happen. I just want to let you know that if you start with the intention being right, that is a requirement. And to be honest, that's not even always law because your intention can be off and something transpires to awaken you to create the shift that pushes you along the way. But for those of you who are seeking, I want to encourage you to let you know, yeah, the journey is going to be what it is. As long as your focus is there, don't let up. Here's a couple things that you can do to help yourself along the way. Number one, every day you get up, start with gratitude. Literally start with gratitude for anything and everything you can think of. Now, you don't have to make a list of 40 items or 20 items. I typically say 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for. Now, why is this important? Gratitude causes you to reflect on the past in a light that empowers you. Not just on the past for what it was, but in a light that empowers you, frees you, and brings you to the present. And in that present moment, when you look at the past in gratitude, you now have the opportunity to say, and what do I need to do now? What's in front of me? What's in my space? And when you present yourself to the world, to the spirit realm, to yourself in that way, you can hear a little bit better. But gratitude is the gateway. If you are stuck in frustration and unanswered things and what didn't go right and what someone did to you, then you start to close off your flow to spirit. Now, this is important because spirit is a part of who you are. If you died right now, your body would still be here, your heart would still be here, your brain would still be here, but your spirit, the lifeblood of who you are, would be gone. So all this would be nothing. This is all designed to be the conduit, to be your access here on the planet to flow, move, and groove and do the things that you do. So tapping into gratitude begins to open that pathway. It means that you are at a space of peace with the past. Now, maybe not every detail, but the more you practice gratitude, it allows that to transpire. And trust me, the greater sense of gratitude you have, it eases anxiety about what you don't have. And I know that in American culture or westernized civilizations, that's a really big deal because we can easily focus on what we don't have, but that's the trap. That's why there's always advertisements to remind you of what you don't have. That's why capitalism has issues because it's always about you got to have more. There's never enough. You're not enough. And that whole conversation of you're not enough, that's the trap of the enemy. That's the anti-purpose. That's the goal so that you don't tap into, because what happens is you don't allow yourself to have access to the power that's waiting for you. You can't. Gratitude is the gateway. So practice that in the morning when you get up, and 3 to 5 things before you go to bed. And tell somebody about it. They don't have to be big things. Growing up in church, one of the old people used to say, God, thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you for putting me in my right mind, for having health in my body. Simple things. But don't just say them. They have to be heartfelt things that in that moment you're grateful for. If a friend just recently passed, you will be grateful for your life. But if all is well and you're just like, I'm glad I can see what happens, that igniter in the spirit, it doesn't fly. So it needs to be something that's heartfelt for you. Now, you had that heartfelt connection with gratitude. The next thing, as I was alluding to earlier, the next thing you need to do is be present. And in the present, write, meditate, What is it that you want? What is it that you're looking for? What's showing up for you that you need to do? I don't know what that is. But if you're listening, you can do that. If you don't know how to do that, or that sounds confusing, okay, what's on your agenda for the day based on your schedule? Because remember, I understand you're not in purpose yet, or that you know of, right? So what's on your schedule for the day? Is it work? Okay, then how can I show up at work authentically, in an empowered state, to actually be there to do the work that needs to be done versus regretting pushing back? Because if what's in front of you causes you to just quench, a couple options. Number one, you got to work on this mindset, because your attitude affects your altitude. Your ability to rise will come from your attitude around things. And that can sometimes just be a mental shift, reorienting the thing that's in front of you to do. From, I got to go do this, to, thank God I get to go do this because it offers me something. Now, once you've got that figured out, that's one side, right? How you look at it. The other side of things, when you think about what there is for you to do in the day, consider it from the angle of, I get to do, as we talked about, and your attitude around it. But also, excuse me, what's there for me? And if you find that, okay, this isn't for me, right? I talked about changing the attitude, or the other side, then it's time. That's an indicator. That's an indicator that it's time for you to look for something new, instead of just sticking with it just because it's what you've always done. That's one of the traps. If you get used to getting comfortable doing what you've always done, that's a trap to purpose, discovery, and fulfillment. That's why I tell people, if a relationship ends, I don't know why it ended, but there's something there for you. If you get fired, I don't know why, but there's something there for you, and you've got to move from what happened, find gratitude, create peace around it, and then embrace what's possible. This is how you navigate this area of gray on long finding purpose, controlling your mind and your heart. So then begin to look for something new. That might mean giving up the comfortness. That's okay though, because if you're comfortable, you don't then have an opportunity to cultivate something. You're on autopilot. And trust me, autopilot can feel good. I'm not disagreeing about that at all. I mean, hey, I like to put some things on autopilot. But someone who's in purpose, looking to expand or move in that direction, you're gonna have to overcome some stuff. That's just what it is. You can't escape that. So you may have to choose a path that may create some discomfort, but the end goal of it begins to create freedom. Right? So you look at the day, you make those adjustments. Now, the other thing you're going to want to do is you're going to have to protect your spirit and take care of your body. Those things I'll talk about in other videos from time to time, but you're going to want to refresh your body and heal and cleanse it so that you can be ready to rock, agile, not tired, not lethargic, and ready to make shifts and moves. Because as you sort through the day, if you're living in the context of who you are that you know, with anticipation in a good way, then opportunities are going to open up. You need to be able to take advantage of them. If you're looking to shift away to go find that next thing, opportunities are going to show up. You need to be able to take advantage of them. But again, if you're tired and lethargic, you already start closing your window. I hope that helps. Just starting your day this way can shift things in a way that moves you closer to purpose. Be encouraged, my friend. Life is for you. If you want to talk about stuff like this more, go ahead and click below. Join the VIP, the free VIP group, where I provide coaching and stuff like that in a group setting to empower you to walk out the best version of yourself. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel, comment, like, share with somebody you love. Thank you.